So you'll be supporting this project?
Oh, look, this is a very, very important project for the Sunshine Coast. It means effectively 2 jobs every day for the next 10 years. It means $1.5 million being spent locally every day. And so this project is very important for local employment. Ultimately, we expect some 50,000 extra jobs will be created. It's important also to recognise that this precinct, when it comes about, will see a public hospital, a private hospital, and this health and social wellbeing centre all within the same locality. I think it's the first time this has happened, and as the independent speaker and member for Fisher, I'm very keen to knock on the door of the Minister to make sure that this very worthy project is seriously considered. It's important to recognise that it has already emerged from the ruck and there's been a good application, and I know this application is seriously considered. It's very important that this project should be approved for the Sunshine Coast. The $63 million enterprise with some $50 million of federal government funding will be very, very important because it will help train people who we need to work in the health and wellbeing system here on the Sunshine Coast.
And how will you be helping to push this through?
I'll be working closely with the TAFE, and I've had many meetings with the TAFE. I'll also be interacting with the Minister, and I suppose now that I'm freed from the bonds of being tied up with a political party, as an independent speaker, it does mean that doors are more readily open to me now than they once were, and I'll certainly be fighting as hard as I can to make sure that this very worthy project comes to the Sunshine Coast, where of course it belongs.
And how important is a project of this size for the region?
Well, when you look at the tens of thousands of jobs which will be created, 2 jobs every day, $1.5 million being spent locally every day, when you look at the fact that this new hospital, both the public hospital and also the private hospital, will be almost co-located, it just means that this project is a necessity, because with these wonderful new health facilities, which are of course required to meet the needs of our growing population, we need to be able to train people to work in them. And if we do have local training, then it means more local people will be trained, and it's highly likely that people who train here will stay and live here and work here.
I guess that's an important thing, isn't it, is giving that opportunity for people to get the training they need here rather than going to capital cities, etc.
Well, I think we're more likely to keep people who are trained here on the Sunshine Coast. I mean, it's a wonderful part of the world in which people flock from the Rust Belt areas in southern Australia to live here on the Sunshine Coast. But what we do need is infrastructure because of our growing population. We are getting the public and private hospitals, but what we do need is this centre, which will cost $63 million to be located with the hospital, so that we are able to train the health professionals we need who will work in the hospitals and elsewhere on the Sunshine Coast. So it really is vital, and I intend to do whatever I can to make sure that this project goes ahead.
Mr. Slipper, do you expect to release any details from the Office of the Speaker?
We need to go, sorry.